This is the best meat pancake you'll ever eat in your life. I start by adding a bit of oil to my skillet to begin the sauté. Then I add half an onion, chopped, and 2 garlic cloves, finely minced. I sauté everything well until it becomes slightly golden and fragrant. Now I add the ground beef. Here I have 1 1/3 pounds of fresh ground beef. I season it with 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of black pepper, 1 teaspoon of dried oregano, and a heaping teaspoon of sweet paprika. I mix everything well and let the beef cook with the seasonings. The aroma is already amazing, and the flavor will be even better. Now I add 10 1/2 ounces of tomato sauce and 3 1/2 ounces of tomato paste to intensify the flavor. I also add chopped parsley to bring freshness to the filling. I add a pinch of sugar to balance out the acidity of the sauce. That helps smooth the flavor and makes the filling more pleasant. We add 1 cup of water to lighten the sauce. We cover the pot and let it cook for about 5 minutes. Now our sauce is ready, thick and full of flavor. I turn off the heat and set it aside while we prepare the batter. In the blender, I add 2 eggs and 2 cups of milk. Then I add 2 cups of all-purpose flour. It's a very practical recipe and works really well. I also add a pinch of salt and a pinch of sugar. Now I close the blender and blend everything for 1 minute. The batter is ready, smooth and lump-free. I turn off the blender and set the batter aside. I place the skillet on the heat and grease it with a bit of butter. Now I simply pour a portion of the batter into the hot skillet. I pour the mixture and gently spread it with a spoon. This way it covers the bottom of the skillet, forming a thin layer. That ensures the pancake is light and nice and soft. Now I let it brown on one side before flipping it. I carefully flip it with a spatula to brown the other side. The pancake is golden and has the perfect texture. It's ready, so I remove it from the skillet. I place the cooked pancake on a plate to start assembling. I repeat the same process with the rest of the batter. With the filling ready and the pancakes cooked, let's move on to assembling. I place a portion of the meat filling on each pancake. On top, I add mozzarella cheese to make it creamier. Then I carefully roll the pancake into a log. I place each one in a baking dish with a bit of sauce on the bottom. That keeps them from sticking and starts forming the final dish. I repeat the same process with all the remaining pancakes. And look, I've placed all the pancakes in the dish. Now I take the remaining sauce and pour it over the top. I cover everything well with this homemade flavorful sauce. I finish by sprinkling shredded mozzarella cheese on top. Now I place it in the oven just to melt and brown the cheese. And look, our pancakes are now gratinated and ready to serve. Look how amazing these pancakes are, with perfect filling and sauce. A beautiful, tasty, and very appetizing dish. It's so delicious and such an easy recipe that it's worth repeating.